Hello, fellow realists. I'm David Ravel, and this is ValueSign for Tuesday, May 3rd. For all of our articles and podcasts, visit valuesign.com. Well, today, take this job and shove it. Well, there's a revolution going on in the American workplace. People are quitting. That's right, they're leaving their employment, often for better positions elsewhere, sometimes just to quit. And not just a few are leaving. We're on track once again this year to have over 4 million people leave their jobs. That's the same as the number of people who live in Los Angeles. In just a few minutes, we'll get the latest report on the JOLTS quit numbers. The JOLTS reports are a series of reports produced by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and they track the number of people each month who leave their jobs. For most of the history of this report, and it began back in 2000, the JOLTS report was really a steady, unnoticed report that few economists bothered to even look at because it was always little changed. All that began to change, however, just after the great financial crisis of 2008 and 9. Now, in tough financial times, people generally do not change their jobs. They stay in the ones they have, not wanting to move during a recession. And that was certainly true back then. In fact, only 1.5 million people changed jobs in 2020, the year after the recession. But from then on, it's been Katie bar the door. Quits doubled by 2018 to 3 million quits, but things kept going from there. By December of last year, we've gone from that 3 million level to now 4.5 million. That's a 50% increase in the last 10 years. Imagine, more people quitting their jobs than live in Los Angeles, California, the nation's second largest city. They all walked off, resigned, said so long. For industry and business, this is a tremendous blow to productivity. Management must now find a replacement, train them, and bring them up to a performance level. And it's not an easy task. For consumers, we see this trend almost every day, from those help-wanted signs displayed everywhere to the rookie UPS driver in training sitting next to a weary manager, or the McDonald's cashier asking how to ring up your cup of coffee. The cost of replacement and retraining is profound, often cutting productivity in half, as now 2 people are doing the work of just 1. And I can't help but feel this is all driven by a terrible angst among those employed, a feeling that they just can't seem to get ahead, that the seemingly endless rise in the cost of living translates into a need to change to something better. Take that other job just because it pays more. Or in the case of some enterprising workers, change the company you work for. And that seems to be what's happening at Amazon, as workers there are looking to unionize. A quick skim of their website, amazonlaborunion.org, reveals a determined group of employees who aren't going to stop until they achieve their goal, and Amazon becomes a union shop. Whatever the reason, the simple fact is that all across the country, people are leaving, often for what they perceive as better opportunity, and the ramifications for the country are profound. Now, in just a few minutes, the latest JOLTS report will likely show that once again, we're on track to have another 4 million quit their jobs this year. Last night, a couple of indicators that the worldwide inflation genie is thoroughly out of the bottle. We began with South Korea, which announced that its 12-month inflation rate came in at a very tame 4.8%. Not bad, you say. Until you realize that the March reading showed inflation rising at double that rate, or about an 8% annualized inflation rate for Korea currently. Now, as bad as Korea inflation was, it pales in comparison to the wholesale inflation rate reported over in Europe. The European Union is reporting that their 12-month inflation in producer prices is showing an astronomical climb of over 36%. Can you say Weimar Republic? It has to be on the mind of many Europeans this morning. And don't be surprised if this doesn't lead to some pretty drastic measures by EU politicians. I expect that if this continues, we'll see wage and price controls by the fall over in Europe. Now turning to here at home, those all-important JOLTS reports will be issued shortly, and no one on Wall Street expects to see much of a change here. The Street expects that they'll show over 11 million job openings currently, positions which employers simply cannot find someone to fill. And then on the flip side, analysts expect us to stay on track for another 4 million plus to quit their jobs this year. A really remarkable number. Now in earnings this morning, positive results from drug maker Pfizer and oil company British Petroleum, with lower results recorded by beauty company Estee Lauder and Marathon Petroleum. Reporting later this afternoon from the West Coast will be Advanced Micro Devices, Starbucks Coffee, and Public Storage. And that's the value side for this Tuesday, May the 3rd. For all of our podcasts and blog posts, visit valueside.com. I'm David Ravel. ValueSide is independently written and researched. The views expressed are strictly my own.